Good day, my name is Dorlea Florin, and today I will be teaching you how to solve a rational equation. The equation we're going to start off with is 11 over x squared plus 6 minus 6 over x squared minus 4 is equal to 0. The first thing we're going to have to do is factor out these denominators. So we can't factor out the x squared plus 6, but we can factor out the x squared minus 4. So once we factor it out, we're just going to have 11 over x squared plus 6 minus 6 over x minus 2 times x plus 2 is equal to 0. Now what we want to do is find the lowest common denominator. So we're going to multiply the left side by the right denominator and the right side by the left denominator. So now that we're going to do that, we're going to have 11 times x minus 2 times x plus 2 over x squared plus 6 times x minus 2 x plus 2 minus 6 over, well, minus 6 times x squared plus 6 all over x minus 2 times x plus 2 times x squared plus 6 is equal to 0. Perfect. So now what we're going to do is distribute this 11. So I'm just going to go back to my x squared minus 4 and just distribute it to that. So we're going to have is 11x squared minus 44 minus, we're going to distribute to 6, 6x squared minus 36 is equal to 0. Now you might be wondering why I left out the denominator. That's because you can just ignore the denominator once they're the same. Doesn't this look a lot easier to solve than that fraction up there? I think so. So now what I'm going to do is combine like terms. I'm going to circle the 11x squared and the negative 6x squared because these are like terms and you can add and subtract them. I'm going to circle the negative 44 and the negative 36 because I can subtract those as well. So now what I'm going to have is 5x squared minus 80 equals 0. Perfect. So now what I want to do is get that x alone so that I can solve for the x and find out what the number is. So I'm going to add the 80 to both sides. So I'm going to have 5x squared is equal to 80. And now what I'm going to do is divide the 5. Now what I have is x squared equals 80 divided by 5, which is the same as x squared equals 16. Perfect. Now the last step over here is to square root both sides so that I get the x alone. After square rooting x squared is square rooting 16, I have x is equal to plus or minus 4. Now this plus or minus is crucial because after doing the square root property, you can get a positive or a negative number. So now in order to check this number, you could plug in the 4 into the equation and see if it's true. So we're going to plug in the 4. So you're going to have 11 over 4 squared plus 6 minus 6 over 4 squared minus 4 is equal to 0. Perfect. So now what we're going to have is 11 over 16 plus 6 minus 6 over 16 minus 4 is equal to 0. Now after we add this, we're going to have 11 over 22 minus 6 over 12 is equal to 0. Now this can reduce to 1/2 minus this can also reduce to 1/2 is equal to 0. 1/2 minus 1/2 is indeed 0. So 0 does equal 0, which means that our equation is true. Also, if you plug in the negative 4, you will get the same answer. Thank you very much.